位观众朋友，大家好，欢迎来到安利益之源杯特别节目。Welcome to our special show. Be a better you. That's right. We all want to be a better you, and I'm here to talk about that with you. I'm your host, Andy Lee, at your service. Today at our show, we have two very, very special guests. They are Amway eSpring Cup players, champion players, I must say, and welcoming Allison Fisher! All right! Just listen to your fans. Now, say hi in Mandarin to our fans right in front of the camera.
你好，你好。
That's very good. Now, let's cheer again for Kelly Fisher!
大家好，大家好。
Very good. You did not forget your line. All right. Okay. Now, to talk about your superb achievements, I want to start off with very unconventional a bit. You have nicknames. You have nicknames as well. I guess we all do. But your nickname is very special. Duchess of Doom.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Maybe. I'll share that with you.
How did you get that nickname?
Well, I think in America we have an MC of our tournaments and he created it. And it's really bringing British royalty, being a Duchess.
Duchess.
And Doom is what I inflict on my opponents at the table.
Okay.
So that's how that came about.
All right. Do you like that nickname?
I'm all right with it. I'm okay with it.
Right. Speaking of inflicting doom on your competitors, let me mention your achievements. Allison, you were champion of Amway eSpring Cup in the year 1998, 1999, 2001, 2002, and 2005.
Correct.
I'm correct.
Yes,
Okay. Now,
correct.
and also 4 times champion of WPA World Champion 9-ball
Yes.
and US Open 8 times champion.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank
That's
you.
quite an achievement.
Yes.
Okay,
That's only
so-
the short list.
Yeah, I've got a longer list behind me. I'm going to mention that later. Now, moving on to Kelly. Kelly, you have a nickname as well. I know that. It's Quickfire, right?
That's
How
right.
did you get that nickname? You fire very quickly?
Yeah. Basically, it was a couple of players really that just, said I fire quicker than most, or shoot a little quicker. So
Right.
I think it's I'm slowing down now. Now I'm getting older. I'm a little like slow fire now, but
Still very quick.
yeah. So I think it's appropriate. I do shoot a little quicker than most players. So yeah.
But don't you have to take time to make up your mind about which ball to fire?
Everybody's got a different speed, I suppose,
Right.
of doing
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I think it's quite appropriate.
Okay. And Kelly, you were champion of Amway eSpring Cup in the year 2013. You were also champion for China Open.
Yep.
WPA World Champion 9-ball and 10-ball.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an achievement too. And the story goes on, right, for both of you.
course,
Oh,
yeah.
The
yeah,
story
yeah.
goes on. Okay.
Not as
Now-
long as hers, but yeah.
You've
Well,
got,
a
you
bit
mean you've got
older.
more years?
But left.
Okay. Now, you both are still very young and plenty of years ahead of you. And speaking of which, many, many years ago, I'm still sure that nickname holds with you as well. You are a lookalike of Meg Ryan.
I heard that from many years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, when she was in her prime, probably.
Okay.
In the, she was in a lot of movies at one point.
You're a
and I
fan
did
of Meg
get-
Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. When she was in her movies, because she had
You've
a
got
hot-
mail.
Yeah, exactly. Back in those days.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Now, moving on, Kelly, you've got the nickname Quickfire. In addition to that, you were adored by fans. You were adored by fans as well. You were adored by fans for your clothings, your
Right.
fashion wear.
Oh,
Are you an icon?
You don't even know it,
yeah,
do
I didn't
you?
know that. Okay, that's cool.
Did you know that?
No, not really.
Fans tend to like the way you dress.
That's nice.
So
Yeah.
they take photos of you
Right.
and maybe mimic you in terms of your dress.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, thank
Okay.
you, fans.
Now, does the way you dress tell us something about you?
Well, I think probably not. I don't know. Really, that's a good question. I think I like the tattoos and that kind of cool look, if you like. But as far as my personality, I wouldn't say it represents that as such.
Okay.
As opposed to, I just like that look, that little bit of a sharper edge look. Yeah.
Right, a sharper edged look.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way you dress?
Classic. I'm always sort of a classic style. I think Kelly's a
Yeah,
bit more
Duchess,
of a follower.
right?
I
Duchess.
think she's a bit more follower of fashion, and I tend to
Okay.
be more classic style.
Right, okay. Now, your appearances, as we've just mentioned, are fans focused. Now, you're supported by your fans. Are you flattered by their support?
Absolutely. We've been coming here for so long now, and I think I've been at every Amway Cup. And to have that kind of support over many years has been fantastic. And some of the people here today have been here every year to support me, and so I really appreciate that.
Okay, both of you are very familiar faces to Taiwan fans because you come to Amway eSpring Cup very often. Can you tell us about your memorable participations of Amway eSpring Cup? Allison?
Gosh, I mean, I think the atmosphere is one thing that we love about this tournament, which is partly the fans being there, the feeling of the audience, the feeling of the players. And what I especially love about Amway is the amount of matches we get to play. So this is, without doubt, my favourite tournament of the year.
Right, your favorite tournament of the year. That's our takeaway punchline.
Absolutely, yeah.
他说我们安利益之源杯的比赛是他最喜欢的比赛。来，我们粉丝再欢呼一下好不好 ？Yeah, all right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I always
love you.
Yeah, and I've got so many good memories of it because obviously I've been fortunate enough to win it quite a few times. And, you know, the fact that I haven't missed one has been exceptional, I think. It's been a really nice career for me. Come back here every year. So, yeah, there's lots of good finals, lots of good matches. There's wins, there's losses, you know, but it's all been good.
You once told me, while preparing for this show, that you remember the shots you missed, not the shots you made.
Yeah, I can look back on some of the footage. And
right here, yeah.
Yeah, like we're looking now. And I know it. I said to Kelly earlier, I know exactly what I said to Gerda, and this was probably, I don't know how many years ago. When you lose, you tend to remember those shots. When you win, you don't remember all the great shots.
I want it. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, exactly. So winning lasts 30 seconds, but a shot that you miss, that, you know, where you lose the match, that stays with you a long time.
That goes for you as well, Kelly?
Yeah, absolutely, of course. I can remember the misses more than I can maybe the great shots that helped me win the tournament or the match. So I think that's with all players, really, you know, because you want to perfect your game, improve your game all the time. So the mistakes you make, I think, help you to improve and give you something to work on for the future.
Yes, to become a better you, right?
Yeah, of course.
We learn from our lessons.
I think it's same in any sport, really, you know, or anything really in life. You know, you try and improve. So.
Right. You're getting philosophical here.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, tell us about your memory of Amway eSpring Cup.
Well, a little bit,
here
very much often. Like Alison said. Yeah, I have been here often. I think my first one was 2006, I think. And I must say, same thing, it is definitely my favourite tournament of the year also.
Same line?
Yeah, same line.
You didn't copy that, did you?
No.
It's from the heart.
It's true.
来，我们粉丝再次掌声。他说我们安利益之源杯也是他最爱的一个活动之一。
It's true.
Thank you so much. Okay, now you have to adapt to different places, different time zones. I mean, jet lags, and different food, different culture, a different way of doing things. Tell us about some of your more exciting, or should I say exotic experiences?
Well, I think it's always tough, the time changes. That's definitely a tough thing, because sometimes you can have a little bit of a brain fog, I think, and that's due to that. You're a bit upside down. With America, you're like 12 hours different, so that's always a little tricky. And then food differences. I think Kelly and I pretty much like food. So we're not too hard to please. And over here in Taiwan, especially, because it's a little more westernized here too.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of choices. So there's usually something we can find that we really like.
Just to mention a few.
We happen to really like dumplings, don't we?
Xiaolongbao.
Yeah.
Xiaolongbao.
Yeah,
All right.
We're big fans.
The Ding Tai Fu.
Yeah.
Ding Tai Fu.
Okay.
Yeah, we're big fans.
our
We will be going there. Yeah,
Yes.
we will be going there. So that's one of our favourites, I think.
Oh, okay. You've got your
Little
itinerary planned
places.
already.
We've got our places. Yeah. We always, I think, whenever we go away, have massage. Whether we're in China, whether we're in Taiwan, we always go and do that when we get here, usually within a day or two.
Amwa.
Amwa.
We know all the words.
Anmo, that's massage. Okay,
Yeah.
that's very good Mandarin from both of you.
Yeah, she's good. I'll just copy her. Right.
Your unforgettable experiences
right.
all over the world, different food, different culture.
Yeah, and you know, we've now got accustomed to it. So I think like when I go back to the UK or back to America, I miss some of the Chinese food. You know, I actually do. I really like the food. So it's
Do you find xiaolongbao in States or in UK, London?
it's not the same. It's not as good.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So food is one.
Yeah.
What about different cultures, different ways of doing things?
Most definitely, yeah. There is, and it's not necessarily good or bad. It's just different. You know, we had to learn how to just adapt, really. But yeah, no, it's all good. We've been very fortunate to have been treated very well here in Taiwan always, and also, you know, in Asia and different parts of the world. We're very lucky because doing what we do, we get treated very well. So we've experienced the good side of each country and culture, and I think that's
Right,
very
but you're
fortunate.
just telling us the good things. Any things that happened that you were not very happy or unpleasant experiences due to jet lags, different food, different culture?
Well,
What if the food got to you
I've had food
before the
poisoning
tournament?
before, yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
both had
yes.
that. I had that too.
at a tournament
Tell us about it.
at Philippines.
Well, it's not the best thing in the world to have food poisoning. I think it depends. I think
Yeah,
for me, I
ouch.
was just finishing the tournament. I'd finished a tournament and I was going on to do some exhibitions. So for me, it wasn't too bad.
Right.
But if you're in the middle of a tournament, you're getting food poisoning, it's not a good thing.
I had that in the middle
You
of the
had
tournament, in
that?
the World 10 Ball Championships, yeah, and I was really ill. I had to go and see the doctor.
In the middle
Yeah,
of the tournament?
yeah, and somehow I got to the final, but I was so ill. It was worrying at one point, but you know, I got through it.
Tell us how you got through it.
I went to see the doctor and they gave me some medication and some electrolytes to give me energy to continue, and fluids to continue the tournament and the matches. So,
Faced with such a situation, did you panic inside? Were you pressured in some way?
well,
Did you
yeah, I
get
mean,
nervous?
Yeah, I was more nervous about having to give up the match. You know, it's such a big event and you want to perform at your best.
Right.
So I was so ill that I nearly had to pull out and not play. But I didn't want to do that. So I was panicking a little bit about that. But I somehow muscled on and carried on. Yeah.
And you did it.
You did okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about your experience as such. Times where you faced a very difficult situation during the tournament and you overcame it.
Well, I can't remember specific times, but I think we're all the same as players. You never want to give up to anything. You never want to give in. And I think you just put your best foot forward. I think, like you're saying, you didn't feel very well, but you don't want to travel all that way just to pull out of a tournament.
Of course
I
not.
remember, actually do remember one time, but it wasn't here. It was in the States where I had a bad night's sleep and my neck just stiffened up. So I actually couldn't get down to the table.
I remember that.
So I ended up playing.
You were there.
Yeah.
I ended up playing on TV, left-handed and with the bridge. So I mean, again, I'm probably not going to win like that. But
Did
I
you?
didn't. What I was hoping was that by the time I'd played a few games, that the stiffness would go away.
Soften.
Yeah.
Did it?
No, it didn't. So unfortunately, it went away that night, which was too late. But anyway, the point is, we don't give up. We keep trying.
We don't give up and
Yes.
we keep trying. That's how to be a better you.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree?
exactly.
Okay. Now, moving on. Your skills, both of you, are unquestionable, undeniable, and can I say indestructible? Okay. Now,
I like you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You made my day again. Now, but still, during tournaments, there are things that could happen. A stiff neck, food, and all that. Anything could happen. So, do you bring any lucky charms with you?
Are you looking at me?
Or do you want to take that question first? Lucky charms.
Yeah, I am a little bit superstitious. Out of the pair of us,
Same
I
here.
would say it'd be me who was more so, for sure. I've got a little, it's called a troll.
Troll.
Yeah, it's got green hair and it's this little plastic troll thing.
Yes, I know,
And
I know.
A
trolls.
friend of mine, who
小
was,
精灵, 小精灵.
a friend of mine, when we began playing snooker, all the way back when I was 12, 13 years old, she was another player and she gave it to me. And I've carried it everywhere for
Since.
25 years. Yeah. In my snooker case and now in my pool case, I've carried it all over the world for 25, 26 years.
And it works. I suppose that's why you carried it for so many years.
I've won and I've lost so many, so I don't think about the troll anymore.
But still, it calms you down? Have it
Well,
got a psychological effect on you?
Well, I'm scared to take it away now. I just
Yeah,
leave it
yeah, you
there.
can't do without it.
Probably got blue hair from your chalk.
Yeah. So, you know, and I have some other lucky little things, but yeah.
Do you sometimes pray before tournaments to take the pressure off you, to stay calm?
Not really, no. Not
Okay.
pray, no. No.
Moment of silence?
Yeah, I mean,
Peace.
definitely within myself,
Calm
I
you.
have my own way of preparing, you know, like most players. You know, positive thinking is very important.
Positive thinking is one.
You have to have positive thinking to get you in the right frame of mind for the
Right.
match. Yeah, so, and I think everybody is slightly different the way they handle that, but yeah.
You know you're in front of the camera. Do you want to share that?
Well, I like
Prep?
listening to music and kind of like good tempo music gets me in a good mood and gets me upbeat and gives me energy. That for me is a good positive
Good
way.
tempo
Yeah,
music.
Yeah.
For instance,
Oh God.
contemporary jazz, rhythm and blues.
No, more like the pop music. The
pop music.
Contemporary, yeah, current music. Yeah, I quite like a lot of that. So Rihanna is my favorite, for example.
Not Adele.
Adele, I love Adele too. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How do you prep yourself? Any lucky charms?
No,
No lucky charms,
no.
but you do prep yourself.
Well, I think same ways. I think like the positive thinking, affirmations, you know, having a quiet time. I don't like being busy at a tournament. I like to relax. I like to go
There
to
you go.
That's
That's one.
my famous word is relax. Let's go and relax.
she says this every day. Let's relax.
Let's just relax.
Let's relax.
Could be a cup of tea.
I'm more up tempo, but she's
Yeah.
like, relax. Let's
There you go. That's the difference.
We are very different.
Quick
Yeah.
fire,
Yeah.
relax.
Our personalities
Touch
are
it.
similar,
Yeah.
actually. You know, like away from the table, our personalities are very similar. But if she likes upbeat music, I'm not necessarily. I like pop music. I do. I like lots of, but I don't need that before I play, and I don't like it when I practice so much.
Good.
You know, so we're different in that respect.
You relax before
Yeah.
tournaments.
Yeah.
How
for sure.
do you relax? Share with us.
A
Don't
nice
tell us
cup of
any secrets that
tea.
you don't
There
want
aren't
your
any
opponents
there
to
aren't
know.
really any secrets. I think try and get enough sleep is a big thing, just to quiet my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I find it easy to cat nap. I can have a power nap for 15, 20 minutes and feel like I've had 8 hours of sleep.
And I can't.
I
We're so
like power
different
naps
like
too.
that.
See,
I mean,
now
do you
she-
do that sitting, or
Oh,
do you do?
No, I lay down. But your mind is her mind is very busy, isn't it?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
very busy-minded, very sort of put things in categories, have lists.
You're a scheduled person,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you're not.
Not really.
She's more relaxed.
More flexible.
Right. You
Flexible.
mentioned tea. Does that relax
I
you?
love tea. I think it's an English thing. I'm sure it's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you know an Asian thing too. But we always say let's have a cup of tea, and whether you're in a good mood
Mm-hmm.
or a bad mood, you're angry or sad. The English always
We'll
think
say,
let's have a cup of tea. You know, let's sort
Right.
of calm down and. You
And
can
chat.
deal with anything in life with a cup of tea in front of you.
All right. Next time we do this program, we're going to
We'll have a
have
cup of tea.
3 cups of tea
Nice
right
cup
here.
of tea.
Exactly.
Okay, let's imagine we have the tea right now. Okay, now tell us more about how you prepare yourself, Alison.
I don't really
Because
have set ways.
We've
I
got
don't.
fans watching. We've
I
got
think when I was
younger
definitely
players
when I
watching.
was younger, I would do a lot of routines. So if I was practicing for an event, whether it be snooker or pool, I would do a lot of drills.
Mhm.
Not necessarily. I didn't really play people a lot. I never really practiced with people a lot. I would just
How
do a
do
lot.
you practice?
I would do lots of drills and stroke training more than anything, making sure I'm cueing straight, getting my feet and everything in line. So
Balanced.
I'm more balance and more about technique. You know, a good foundation. That's always been essential to me. And sometimes when we're at a tournament, we'll do that together.
Yeah, we'll help each other with that. Rather than play each other, we'll just make sure that we're cueing good and, you know, feeling straight, feeling good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're both similar in that way.
Let me do a change of words. Let me put the question to you at another different angle. How do you train yourself?
We're
No
looking at you
answers.
and there's a
Are you
silence.
thinking?
There's a
Yes.
silence.
Yeah. Do you mean overall, not just
Yes,
on
overall,
the table?
overall. How do you
Well,
train
I
yourself?
think
You have to keep fit.
Yeah, I think a good balance in life is very important. If I was just practice, you know, I would get bored with my life. So I think a good balance in life, I have a good, you know, I like to, in the daytime, treat it like a job. I go to the pool hall, or even my home and just practice.
Do you treat it like a job?
Yeah, yeah, I try to. Yeah, I try to have I like schedule, so I like to.
But she doesn't. Allison doesn't. So how do you practice?
I
How do you train?
I like what she does better, but I would, for fitness training, maybe yoga. I like lots of stretching and stuff. Haven't been doing that a lot lately.
Now we're
but
getting
I need
tips.
to.
And I
Yoga.
I do kung fu.
You what?
Yep.
Kung fu.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
total opposites here.
Yeah, I know it sounds it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
quick fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we do
Okay.
kung fu.
So the reason I asked that is because we have fans watching, we have
wanna
younger
know.
players
Yeah,
watching, we have
absolutely.
younger generations who wants to go into the same profession,
Definitely.
maybe make this their profession as well. That's why I asked all those advices. Any advices in general
Yeah.
for the younger generation, the fans and the players?
Well, I think the first thing that we found out at a young age was that we love it. We gravitated to it because we loved it. We found a little passion in life. And luckily, we found something we were good at and we loved it. So I think it's important to find something that you love to do. And then when you do find that, to do it the right way. For us, it was really training to have a good stroke. You're learning how to win. There's lots of things. So I think having a good stroke, good foundation is the first thing. And then winning comes as a result. It's not an expectation. It comes from the foundation.
Find your passion and then pursue it the right way.
Yeah, create a good foundation and then don't have too much expectation. Of course, have desires and goals.
Set a target.
Set targets,
Not too
set
high.
goals. You can have the ultimate goal, which we all want to be a world champion. But then you set little goals that lead up to that.
Right.
And then learn from the mistakes. Don't get devastated. Learn from them and keep pushing forward.
You're hearing that from a master.
Yeah, I
And
would say, just to
your
add on to
advice?
that, really is very same as what Alison said. But, obviously, you have to understand that it requires a lot of discipline. So you do have to be disciplined within yourself.
Schedule.
Again, back to the schedule thing, yeah. So it does require a lot of discipline. And, basically, you win your fights in the gym. So you have to put a lot of time in and hours. So again, back to the fact that you need to actually have a passion and love it and love what you do. Otherwise, it's difficult to do that. Again, you learn how to win. I think you, after learning how to lose, you need to take the losses and overcome that and turn it into a positive. So again, it's all mental attitude, really. Turning every negative into a positive and learning from it in order to become a better you and that will then give you a better player.
Thank you so much, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for your advice.
That's
Okay,
right.
now we have right here 2 fans for you. One for Allison, one for Kelly, and they've got, wow, look at that. They've got flowers right here for you. Let's welcome the fans. 我们掌声欢迎我们的铁粉，哇，献花哎 They got beautiful flowers for beautiful ladies.
What a lovely surprise. What a lovely surprise.
谢谢掌声鼓励。来
Thank you.
Let's face the
Thank
camera.
you.
Let's face our
Thank
fans
you.
right there.
Aw.
And let's do a thumbs up for Amway
Hooray.
E-Spring Cup. Yeah! Hip hip hooray! For Allison and Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank
谢谢.
you. Thank you very much.
I heard 谢谢. That's very good Chinese.
谢谢.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fans, we love you, don't we?
Hey.
Amway E-Spring Cup, the top. OK， 观众朋友有非常重要的讯息要告诉您哦。您来到我们赠奖活动，也就是爱生活粉丝团，您上 FB 哦、Facebook 哦，来点选我们的专业。我们的专业就是安利爱生活俱乐部。您要点选的是活动，或者是你可以直接来扫描这个 QR code， 您就可以来参加我们 AmwayTV 安利益之源杯20周年的特别活动，贴文活动哦，记得要贴文哦。然后您就有机会可以获得什么呢？价值3万元的益之源净水器。